Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and first I just want to say Happy New Year. You guys are going to be seeing this on the first of the year, so we made it through. We are now in 2021. Hopefully this year will be much better. So I've done several of my Friday favorites in 5 videos this past year, which was 5 products that I love in 5 minutes. I thought I would combine that today with 5 things that I'm loving currently, and then 5 things that I have loved through 2020, things that were really important pieces to me or things that I just really got a lot of wear out of or use out of. So that's what we're going to do today. So it'll be a little bit longer because I have a few more products to share. We'll do current favorites first, and the first one is the Bath & Body Works candles in these 3 specific scents. So first I have the French Baguette and the Smoked Vanilla. These 2 I have bought several times now. I've repurchased them, I don't know, probably a couple times over the past year or 2, and so these are more of an old favorite, but I love these scents so much. This smells kind of like my aunt and uncle's custard shop. It is amazing. It's just, I don't know, it's vanilla, but it's definitely different. It has a unique twist to it. I love like culinary food scented kind of candles, as you can see, so this one is amazing. Vanilla is probably my favorite scent if I could just have one candle scent for the rest of my life, but this is an interesting twist on it. And then the French Baguette smells a little bit like popcorn, but it mostly just smells like baked bread, like you would assume. And it is really good, really yummy. It always smells like I'm baking something even when I'm not, so I love this one. And then the new to me one is the Cinnamon Irish Cream. And I kind of took a gamble on this because I wasn't sure. I didn't smell it in store, I just bought it online, and I love Irish cream, but I was kind of confused about the cinnamon part in there. I wasn't sure if I was going to like that together. Love this one. I love it so much. So these have a much stronger scent and a much bigger throw. They last a lot longer, to the point where it almost can be a little too much if I leave them burning too long. This one has a much smaller throw, so it is not going to fill up your entire house. It's more the room that you're in, but it is a beautiful scent. It's not too sweet or sickening or anything like that. It's just perfect. I'm a huge fan of the Irish cream, and there's just that hint of cinnamon that gives it a little twist, but nothing too crazy. So I love this one. Last I checked, I went back to order more of these and they were out of stock. The other 2 I believe were in stock, so I'll link whatever I can, but highly recommend all 3 of these candles. Okay, next for my current favorites is the e.l.f. Poreless Primer Putty, and this is a kind of pinkish thick primer. It is one that you scoop out with your finger and then you warm it up in your hands and then apply it to your face. It's a different primer than what I'm used to using. I typically use like a silicone type primer or a mattifying primer or something in a tube that you just squeeze out. So this was new for me, but I've heard so many people on YouTube rave about this and I wanted to try it, and I found it in a set very inexpensively around Christmas time. So if you saw my what I got for Christmas video, this is something that I purchased for myself, but this was really good. So I've already been using this for a few days since I purchased it, and every day I have loved the way my foundation looks. So I tend to have combo skin. I have definitely an oily T-zone, so I'm a little bit worried about putting anything there that's going to be luminous. I always go for matte things, and this did not promise to be matte. In fact, I think it does say that it'll give you a little bit of a luminosity. So just based on the description, I would think that it wouldn't be something that I would like. But I'm so glad I tried it because it's just a hint of luminosity, but then I can still put my matte foundation over. I still put a powder on, everything like that, like normal. And it's just a hint of a glow, but it really does make my makeup look amazing. I think that it looks so much better than the other primers that I usually use. So I think this is amazing. This is a dupe, they say, for the Tatcha primer that is, I think, 50-something dollars. This was $8, so I highly recommend this, especially if you have normal skin or dry skin. But even if you have combo like me, definitely try this out and see what you think. For $8, I think it's worth a shot, and I love this. Next is something that I just purchased, but I have purchased these prior, so I know I love them, but this is a new color for me. This is the Fresh Sugar Lip Treatment Tints, and this is in the shade Velvet, and they described it, I think, as a blackberry shade. I love the packaging on these. It's like a tin kind of package, and then it unscrews rather than just snaps on, so it feels more secure. And these are the mini size. I got these in a set that was a Christmas set that was discounted at Sephora. So it came with, I think, 5 or 6 of these little minis that smells like, I don't know, like a lemon cake or something like that. It smells lemony and really good. But this is what it looks like on my lips after having worn it for most of the day. So it kind of dries down, especially as you eat and drink, kind of wears away a little bit, but then it leaves this really beautiful stain. So this is not going to come off, even though, you know, the initial lip glossy kind of part is going to come off. So I love that it gives me this really pretty stain afterwards that's not going to budge, but then I'll show you what it looks like reapplied. So that is what it looks like with a fresh coat, and I think it is so beautiful. It's a really deep color for fall or winter. While it's not something that I'm going to be wearing with a mask, because obviously it would transfer all over the place, most of the time I'm not leaving the house, and so when I just want a little bit of color, I also want a lot of moisture. My lips are very dry in the winter, and so rather than just use a clear balm, sometimes it's fun to have something like this where it gives you some color and it's kind of like a lipstick, but rather than just the color, you're getting some moisture there too. So I love these so much. I'm only going to open one at a time because I feel like they do tend to kind of go bad more quickly than other products. I could go through my eyeshadow and probably find things that are really expired. It's probably really bad, but these are something that I can't handle when they expire. They do kind of turn and they kind of smell weird, so I definitely suggest using one of these at a time rather than opening 20 unless you're going to be using them all very frequently. But these are so great, and I think it's worth the extra price tag for this kind of lip treatment. My fourth item is something that I also showed in my what I got for Christmas video, but it's something that I have been loving, and I know I'm going to be using this all year long. It doesn't matter if I go somewhere or not. I still love wearing jewelry. It's just still a part of who I am, and so I love this, and I know once this crazy time is over, I'm going to be wearing this all the time out as well. So I'm excited for this one. This is the Parker necklace from Gorjana, but this is their Parker pearl necklace. So I have the Parker double wrap that you've probably seen me wear in so many videos. It's just a simple gold chain that has links, and it wraps twice around your neck and has the same clasp right there. But this one is their pearl version, and so it's really, really pretty and delicate. It's not a huge chunky pearl necklace, so it doesn't feel like it's too dressy for every day. I feel like I could throw this on with a t-shirt and it's still gonna look just as great as if I threw it on with a little black dress. And I love the clasp. It's very simple, just a circle clasp. They sell charms on the Gorjana website for all their Parker necklaces that you can actually clip on right here. So you can wear this in the front and then clasp on a charm. So I would love to get some charms in the future. If not for this, then maybe for the wrap necklace. But I just love the simplicity of this alone. I think it's so pretty. And then of course you could layer it if you wanted to do that as well. But it's so elegant, and I love that my husband got this for me. And then lastly, for my current favorites, I wanted to show this tea. This is from Anais Nin, and it is their Victorian London Fog. And this says smooth black teas with bright citrus, sweet vanilla, and lavender. So they took a regular London Fog drink and kind of turned that into its own tea bag rather than having just the Earl Grey tea with the milk and everything else. So I think this is kind of cool because it's a little bit of a shortcut, although you can still add milk to it if you want to. I personally like it best without milk. I just put a little sugar in there because I can't drink unsweetened tea, but I love this stuff. Earl Grey is a really nice tea, but this is a little bit of a punch, I don't know, a little bit different, and the vanilla and lavender are just really nice in there. It's a soothing tea, but this one does have some caffeine in it because it is a black tea. but I love this stuff. I've been drinking this a lot since I got it, and I can't say enough good things about this or any of their teas for that matter. Those were my 5 current favorites, and then I also have 5 favorites from the whole year over, and wanted to share a few things. Someone suggested that I do some of my favorite things from the year as far as trends or things I've worn, which was a great suggestion, so thank you for that. And so these are my 5, and she actually guessed what one of them would be, so I think I'm pretty obvious with that. So the first one I would say is definitely some velvet pants. You guys have seen me very quickly become attached to these. Obviously these were not worn until the weather started to get cool, and this was the pair that started it all. These are from Old Navy. I will link every pair that I can that's still available. But this particular color was amazing, and then I went back and bought 2 more colors because I love them so much. They are so comfortable. They look dressed up, but they feel like you're wearing leggings or sweatpants. I mean, they're that good. And so they're not constricting like a jean would be. They're a lot more forgiving, but they just make you look really put together. So it's like the perfect 2020 outfit, 2021. And I love this particular color. And then I saw that American Eagle had some. And so if you saw my last American Eagle try on, these were in it. I don't have the tags off yet because I haven't worn these out, but I will definitely be keeping these. These are amazing because they have a button fly, which you guys also know I've been obsessed with this year. So little side note there that maybe number 6 would be button flies. But I love this pair too. It's a really deep purple. It's so pretty. And I love pairing these with just about anything. Anything from a sweater that's going to dress it up a little bit, a sweatshirt. I've worn these with just about everything. So they are so comfortable. I really recommend them. Get yourself a pair and be classy and cozy and dressed up and casual all at the same time, however that works. Okay, next up, I guess it was the year of the headband, and not so much that I wore them all the time, but I discovered them again and decided that I really liked them. So this is the one that I started off with. This is from H&M, and I wore this in my sweater try-on haul from them for the holidays. And I'm so glad that I got this because it made me realize that I really love wearing headbands. I don't know if it's with my shorter hair or if it's just I haven't worn them in so long and I kind of rediscovered them, but I love them, and I have 2 more in my cart from H&M, and I will link those below as well because I'm going to be getting those very soon, hopefully, and I just think they're so cute. I actually wore this particular one for our family pictures this year, our Christmas card pictures. I did post that on my Instagram if you guys missed it, but I just think they're really, really pretty. It's such a simple way to elevate an outfit. Again, if you're on a Zoom call, something like that, and you know, you see this much of you up, then you can still look really put together and have sweatpants on or your velvet jeans and just have this little decoration, and it just looks so pretty and chic. So I love these, and I can't wait to have a collection and add a few more in there. And then another lip favorite, and what's funny about this is I can count the 2 lip products that I have purchased in 2020, and that was because I didn't have anywhere to go and I had a mask on. So I didn't think it was really practical to be buying a lot of lip products, but I couldn't resist trying this, and this is MAC Chili. So it is this beautiful, I don't know, warm toned red, and it is just so pretty. If you have a warmer complexion, I highly recommend trying this. I've tried Ruby Woo before just because it's such an iconic shade and I wanted to try that. I was pretty disappointed. It was way too drying for my lips. This one is still a matte, just like Ruby Woo, but somehow this does not dry my lips out at all like the Ruby Woo does. So the Ruby Woo is also very cool toned. And while that's great for making your teeth look really white, if it doesn't suit your complexion, it can still look a little off. This one is perfect for my complexion, and when you get that perfect red, you don't want to let go of it. The second I put this on, I knew that I was going to love it forever, and so this is one that I'm going to be wearing non-stop, especially when we can go places and dress up again. This is going to be my constant. It's going to be in my bag. It's going to be with me at all times. So I know I'm going to be repurchasing this when I run out of this tube. I just love it. It was love at first sight, and it's staying with me forever. We're married. Last fashion product, and that would be my beloved Coach loafers. Guys, I love these so much. I've talked about these in a Friday favorites before, and I wanted to include them in my top 5 for the year because even though I got them this year, I have worn them so many times since, and I can count probably on both hands the number of places that I have gone where I felt like I needed to dress up this year. Doctor's appointments, things like that, where I just didn't want to look, you know, junky in sweats and t-shirt and look a little more put together. But I'm telling you, these with the velvet jeans too, it's very good. But anyway, I love these. They're so comfortable. They are such good quality. I love the leather. It's so smooth and nice. I love the gold hardware. Obviously, they're a Gucci loafer dupe, but I think they are amazing. They have a leather insole and leather interior, so they are really comfortable on the inside as well. And obviously, they don't have a heel, so they're very comfortable as far as walking, standing all day. I love these so much. And I know they come in other colors as well, but I'm all about just the simple black. It's just a neutral that I can wear these with any color of jean, lots of colors of velvet jeans. I mean, just about anything. I think they're amazing. I got a size 9 in these, and so that is usually 8.5 to 9 is where I'm at, and so I did get the larger size of what I normally would wear, and they fit perfectly. They mold to your feet, and I just think they're so chic. They're definitely a trendy item the past like few years, the Gucci loafers. But at the same time, this style of shoe has been around for decades. So it's not going anywhere. It's going to look good. It's not going to look dated when you look back at it in 20 years and see you wearing it. So I love these, and they are just the best. And lastly, this one was a little bit of a surprise for me because I did purchase it, I would say, about halfway through the year. This is the Clinique Moisture Surge, and this is a ridiculously large one that I purchased in a set from Sephora. Ulta has the same set, so if it's still available, and it was this morning when I checked, then I will link it. This is very similar to the Neutrogena moisturizer. It's a blue package, but it's really similar consistency. The only thing with this is that I got it on a huge sale from Sephora. They were having a sale plus 20% off of that, and right now at Ulta it was really cheap. I think the same price too. So it came out to be just a smidge more than the Neutrogena, and I decided to go for this since it was just a little bit extra. I think both of them are really great, so I highly recommend either. But if you have combo to oily skin like I do, and you don't want a really heavy, greasy moisturizer that's going to break you out, especially in the warmer months, this is so good. I use this all summer, and I've continued to use it through the winter. So when I saw this huge size, I was really excited because this will probably last me at least 6 months, if not longer. This is their 4 ounce, I believe, 4.2. It's a really thin jelly-like consistency that goes on so smoothly. It soaks in within a few seconds, and then you're not left with this greasy mess. It just really absorbs well into the skin. So I love this stuff, and I think especially if you can get it on sale, go for this one. And if you can't, go for the Neutrogena because it's also really good. I've tried that one as well. Like I said, it was just because this was on sale that I went for the brand name version, I guess you could say. And finally, I recommend this guy. He's been the best part of 2020. I love you. Alright guys, that does it for the year. Cannot believe I'm saying that. That does it for 2020. It's now 2021, and I'm so excited that you're here with me. I love that you guys have been with me on this journey. I started YouTube back in August, and I'm so humbled and blessed that the channel has grown this much and that you guys want to hear what I have to say, that you want to see the try-ons, and that you want to see the reviews. Let me know in the comments if there's a certain video that you would like me to do. I have several new try-ons coming up from brands that I have not done before, so I'm really excited to get those in and do those try-ons. But anything that you would like to see, I would love to hear it, and I hope that this video was helpful and interesting for you. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, and if you aren't subscribed, make sure you do that as well. Happy New Year, guys. We're gonna get through this, and it's gonna be a good year. I will talk to you all later. Take care.